Welcome back to Business Equity and Opportunities. Jonathan B. Smith is a leading business strategist, advisor, and the author of Fight Less, Win More. It's the #1 new release in business negotiating on Amazon a month before its actual launch. It talks about how our business and personal lives are filled with negotiations every day. In fact, life is a negotiation. But how can we all be better at it?
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, running your business day to day.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Smith, author of Fight Less, Win More, an expert negotiation coach. But we say every conversation is a negotiation as long as I want or I need is in your head. So there's a lot of negotiations going on every day for you, 5 to 10 if you actually count them. And the way we look at negotiations is we want your negotiations to be about the other side. We call it tactical empathy. And the idea is if you listen really well to your counterpart, you'll end up with a better outcome. One of the things we like to do is think about, let's say an employee came in and spoke about a negotiation or they wanted a raise. We would start that negotiation by taking all the negative thoughts in the employee's head and actually putting them on the table. You probably think that I'm a greedy entrepreneur and I'm keeping all the money for myself. You probably think that I don't appreciate how hard you've worked. And by actually taking those things off the table, the other party feels heard. And by feeling heard, you're in a position where you can actually have a more open, honest conversation. If you want to present what you're thinking for the company, I would say something along the lines of, it seems like you're excited to be part of this team. It seems like, you really want to contribute, and then probably provide someone or your employee with an opportunity to say, hey, here's our most important project, and I'm going to put you on this project. Or here's why I'm going to ask you to work overtime, etc. So like actually laying those things out. People want to win at all costs and they don't listen to the other party. And they start explaining far too early. We say when you're explaining, you're losing, or at least when you're explaining too early, you're losing. So if the other party doesn't feel heard and you start explaining, they stop listening. Everyone's desperate to be heard. And if you can have someone truly feel heard by you, you will break through that narrative. So we have multiple levels of listening. The one level that we're trying to get everyone to is just listening for logic. The other party came in with a thought in mind or something they wanted to get done. And if you can actually use your intuition and we call it label, say, it seems like you have a deal in mind, and get them to share that with you, you're much more likely to break through the impasse. Well, that's why we wrote the book, because you actually need to do low stakes practice. So we don't want you to do your most complex important negotiation first. We want you to negotiate at Starbucks for an upgrade on your coffee, or with your kid about screen time, or with your spouse about choosing the movie you want to watch. That's where we start. And it's the low stakes practice that will help you when you get into a high stakes situation. Well, so the book is The Missing Manual for Never Split the Difference, written by Chris Voss. So it's Never Split the Difference sold over 5 million copies. And this is the missing manual for Never Split the Difference. So what we had were clients asking us, okay, great, Chris did these things with the FBI. I'm only negotiating for my rent increase. Doesn't seem the same as a hostage negotiation. So what we did was we broke all the skills down chapter by chapter, so you can actually learn one skill at a time, and then we provide you with ways to do low stakes practice. And then there's even a QR code where you can go to our website and learn have additional resources to learn these skills. It's all about practice. You need to do immersion like you would do with a new language. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. So learning anything new, it'll feel really awkward to start. So you have to commit to the process. I, every year, choose to learn something, but not multiple things. I choose to learn something. So I encourage you, if you want to become a better negotiator, make it a journey for the year. and then do the low stakes practice, and then it'll start becoming natural.